You are now reacting to the main rapper from the boy group iKON and his 2021 solo release, You Mad. He explained in an interview that writing lyrics like the ones he did for this song is his way of combating and dealing with the hate that comes his way. The lyrics that he wrote, I love my enemies, because of them I also become who I am. Like, I read that and I started like tearing up because damn, I can relate. Bobby says that he wants the listeners who have knotted up emotions inside of them to feel a release through this song. The song is composed by The Proof and Bobby, and the lyrics are written by Bobby.
Hey, you mad?
Ice cream?
Oh.
Where are we going?
How are they gonna make this action movie soundtrack into a rap song?
Oh, I like how organic all these sounds are. Oh, okay, little differentiation, but here we go. Ooh. Okay.
Whoa, his rhythms are crazy.
Now we have to get a downbeat. Whoa. He rides that like a surfer.
Drop.
What?
Oh shoot. Action. Wow. He's a baller.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Yeah, all of these like very naturalistic sounds going on.
He's got flow.
Triplets!
What is the low octave voice? I would harmonize.
Yeah, how is it harmonized? It sounded like it.
Yeah. Except not in rap. It's a rap harmonizing.
Oh, that smirk! Damn! So I like those little like sounds, kind of like screeching sounds that are not always like the right pitch center.
Charlotte looked like she went from offended to absolutely awestruck.
You crying?
What, you crying? Are you okay? Wait, are you okay?
Are you like struck or like
Okay.
ooh. Oh! The syncopation, the audacity on this man's.
It's so
Breathe.
good.
Breathe.
I didn't like it. I was like, what is this?
Uh-huh. I'm so confused at what emotions
I'm
are
kind of
happening
lost
now.
too.
I love it!
Okay, we got a positive reaction. Roll credits, everybody.
I like the
Cool.
rhythms.
His rhythms were
yes.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Is there a term for like when you're rapping off the beat? I feel like there should be some rap term for that. I recently listened to Eminem's Godzilla, and there was also a part that had something like that.
In the song Godzilla?
Yes, where he talks about a Harry Carey and stuff. That's the only line I remember because he's rapping too fast. But yeah, he goes off the rhythm, and this is a more intense example of just doing the verbal flexing with the rhythms. And I think the second verse, having the instrumentals completely cut off for that bit, is very nice.
It's all about, like, I would be curious to see a rhythmic transcription of how this rapping worked as far as where the syllables hit. And also because I think he did really interesting grouping things. I mean, it might not have, if you were to take out maybe the accents of what he was singing and have it be notated, it might not be anywhere near as complex sounding as it is with him accenting such bizarre places with where the accented syllables naturally fall. And also I think how he was grouping triplets too was pretty interesting.
And let's not forget to mention the chorus with the the first time it really struck me because I think he was also singing sort of, and there were some weird intervals that they created together.
It was so weird, yeah.
There's a lot of like uncomfortableness in this, and I think that accentuates kind of the emotion of anger, is just the scratchiness, but never fully being in center, which is kind of what anger is you're not centered, but it's very loud.
Yeah, Jiyoung, do you want to continue off of that? You noticed a lot of different textures in this.
Oh yeah, like especially chorus, when all the different sounds came in, like with the sirens, and then you have like the trap drums, and then you have like this Skrillex type of style going on. Yeah. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah. That, and then when he breaks down to the verses, you know, you hear all these like natural percussive sounds, and it's kind of like the calm before the storm. You know, you know he still has that emotion bottled up, and you know, kind of just blows up in the chorus. And stylistically, how Bobby produced it, I feel like is a good way to show, like, emotion-wise, like how he's feeling.
Yeah, I get that. And too, like, if the purpose of this was for like a cathartic experience of, you know, feeling anger, I think that like it touches on something. Is that something that was like really truthfully intended by him? Was that like so that people could also feel it and then let it go after?
I mean, he said that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So like, so something that like that touches on, which is really important, is that, like, you know, we have a lot of emotions that happen, you know, and a lot of thoughts and things that can get really heavy on us. And what we have to realize is that we are not the thoughts and we are not the emotions, right? We are separate from them. And it's really difficult in our everyday lives to like compartmentalize and dissociate from the emotions, because we constantly run from them and we constantly tell ourselves not to feel them. Or when we're angry, we're like, I shouldn't be angry, or somebody's telling me not to be upset. Or if you're in like toxic relationships or something, you know, it's constantly, we're not allowed, we don't feel like we're allowed to feel our emotions. And society tells us we're not supposed to either in a lot of regards. So for a piece of art to hold an emotion and say, feel this fully through with me, I'm gonna hold your hand while we feel it, and then let it go, dissociate from it. I think that's very much needed today.
Were you reading the lyrics? You seemed like in deep concentration.
Yeah, I was trying to, because I was like, at a certain point I was like, okay, we're not going to focus on any like progressions because it's going to be the same 3 chords and it's going to make me mad. So I was like, okay, so it's a hype song. So I was getting into the mode of, oh, the words are going to have a lot of more meaning. And I feel like I wasn't able to understand as much of it, because I feel like it's a lot of like, you need a lot of context to it. It was certain like references I feel like I personally did not, I hit the mic, I feel like I didn't get, because I don't think I knew the full background of it. You know how like there's certain disses that you would get only if you know the situation? I feel like there were certain disses that I didn't get because I didn't understand the situation.
Gotcha. As someone who isn't unfamiliar with his work, unfamiliar with.
You get it. So it isn't hitting me as hard, but the vibe of it is like, oh, hype. Like the main thing that was interesting throughout the piece that kept me interested was the rhythmic play within the background sounds. I kind of liked how they interacted with each other. Yeah, I feel like the lyrics didn't connect with me as much, but I see how they can connect with his audience and people who understand what he's probably has gone through, because it just seems like he's been through it. He's angry, but he's on top now, so he's like, there's no reason for you to be mad when I'm successful.
There was a lot of hip hop, like American black culture that I like saw throughout the video. I never know how to approach that when it comes to K-pop, and like they're rapping like when they wear braids and like they're very obviously trying to like evoke like black culture.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that too, but I feel like there's a lot of nuances within like their culture. I feel like this is black culture in essence, like that's what we did, and it's just now becoming mainstream. But back in the day, like people were like, rap was like hoodlum trash music because black people were associated with violence. And now with the persona that we have with K-pop stars, violence is what sells, and that's the appropriation part. But I don't think he's promoting violence. Like, I don't think he's like rapping about things that he hasn't gone through. He's rapping about his experience.
Musically, how do you feel like it carried out his emotions of speaking to his haters? Like, if I didn't read a script, do you think you guys would have gotten a good idea of what his topic was?
It felt more like a flex song because of the complex rhythms, and even reading the subtitles, there was so much going on that it felt like he was just doing a lot of wordplay. I wouldn't call this an emotionally raw song. I mean, the delivery is definitely powerful, but it's definitely saying that he's combining his rap virtuosity with this topic. So I like the song, but as far as like addressing the haters, this is more of a flex song. This is more of a...
Maybe that's his way of addressing the haters, is just be, look at me, you
it
mad?
Could be.
Look at what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's good, and that's something that's unique to rap, I think. The virtuosity and the emotional rawness sometimes combine, but that being said, I have heard more emotionally raw songs. But I've also, but as far as virtuosity is concerned, this is really, really great.
I have to agree with that. He's kind of like showing what would happen if you messed with him, because he's got all of this skills. I don't know.
It's a good way to
put
it.
But I do like how you wrapped it up too. Yeah.
He definitely puts like a lot of just like, I feel like himself in it, because like you can hear just like the nuances in his voice, and just when he adds in sounds.
He was all about like how many different timbres he could get with his voice, which is cool.
I'm so overwhelmed. Like in the best way possible. I just love everything, like just the small touches that every little piece has. Like form is the same, but like it's the small little things that he adds. It's the character. It's the oh god.
The way he uses his voice, the timbre of it, I'm getting like, it reminds me of how Eminem and Kendrick Lamar use their voices when they rap.
This is very Kendrick.
Yeah, they express a lot of different kinds of emotions. They have a lot of different affects. Both Eminem and Kendrick use a bit of like a yelly, screamy voice sometimes, and like just sound like a really emotionally hurt voice. One makes me like, I hope you are taking care of things, but I'm so glad that you made this like craft and put it out in the world for us to feel that. Because it's really, and his flow is incredible.
That whole
his
time
verses,
where it just like everything just drops out behind him and he just keeps going and you're like, it's gonna end now, right? And he's like, nope. And you're like, you're gonna end now. Nope.
No.
He's like, let me just do 8 more freaking
8 more bars of that, yeah. And the best part too is all that whole section, it's all syncopated. None of it's on the rhythm, so you keep feeling, are we gonna, where's this tension gonna release? Where's this tension gonna release? Then you hit the chorus, and then ba 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 ba, and you want to just
hits hard.
Scream and jump and mosh pit. It's wow.
Like I want to play this at like volume 32 in my Honda Fit and blow out the speakers.
I can't.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. That's it. It's good.
I've written 16 pages. 15 and a half pages this weekend.